Psychotrading. Welcome guys to another episode of Psychotrading. This is episode 5. We're getting there. So this episode we're going to talk about the probability charts. I'm going to show you guys the chart right here. So probabilities. Oh damn, it's bright. So welcome to another episode of Psychotrading. This is episode 5. Today we're going to talk about the probability charts. So risk management and everything. So you guys can take a step back and breathe, because it's not that hard. It's not that difficult. And with this type of math, you're gonna be able to breathe and finally understand how everything works. So up top we have consecutive losses. So 2 losses in a row, 3 losses in a row, 4 losses, 6, 7, 8, 9 losses in a row. And on the other side is our win percentage, right? So every single one of you should have a funded account or a live account or a demo account that you should be trading with. So if you go to statistics, so I'm gonna pull up my statistics right now in Gold Funded Trader. This is my let me pull up the brightness so you guys can see me. So this is my statistics in Gold Funded Trader. This is one of my funded accounts. It's a 100K account, and I've been trading this account for 5 months already, 4 or 5 months. And the statistics are: my win rate is 51%, 32 wins, 30 losses. You might think, that's fucking ass. This is horrible. Just wait. And my average RR is 1.96, almost 2. So 1 or 2s, right? So let's do the simple math. Let's make it even easier. Let's say my win percentage is 50 on the dot. So 30 wins, 30 losses. Let's say I made $1,000 per. Let's say we're trading with 1%. So let's say per every loss, I lost $1,000, right? So that's $30,000 that I lost. 30 losses, $30,000 that I lost, and every win I lost. Every 1% I made $1,000, right? But my RR is 1 to 2. That's why you forgot. So every trade I win, I make almost 2% back, right? So let's do the math there. So if I have 30, it's 60. I had to use a calculator. My math is horrible. So I lost $30,000, but I made $60,000. So that leaves me with $30,000 in profit. That is pretty cool. And my win rate is only a 50%. So the market goes to 2 ways, either up or down. There's only 2 ways. So 50-50, right? But imagine that's why we use a strategy, something at confluences, to make that probability even higher. I know if market does this, usually the time it does a certain move. So we can move a little higher, and that 1% is the one that gives you the profit. I trade this. Let's focus. I trade the CRT strategy, candle range theory, or the PO3. So it's a 3 candle pattern. The closest inside the range, I'm targeting the opposite side, right? So, but it is a pretty cool stat. So I want you guys to all go to your live account, to your funded accounts, and see your stats. Is it above? Some people, I've seen people have 80% win rate, but lower RR. They probably have a 1 to 1.2 or 1 to 1, right? I mean, so you have to play with those odds. I find that these odds are the best for me. Every single time that I'm trading, I'm risking 1% to make 2%. I'm not targeting sometimes to make 5 or 6%. No, it's always, I close my trade at a 1 or 2, and I stay consistent. That's what has given me results. I've lost $30,000. It sounds like a lot, but I've won 60. I'm in profit $30,000 in this account. It's insane. So let's go back to the charts, and in the charts we can see the losses. So in my funded account, I'm in the scaling plan. So I think I'm in the second stage. So I have a 12% loss. So I can lose the account, right? So let's go to my percentage. So 50%. So 100% of the time, not 100% of the time, 100%. I'm gonna have 2 trades that I'm gonna lose back to back, right? 100%. Throughout my trading, I'm gonna have 2 trades that I'm gonna lose 2%, 2 times in a row. 100%, I'm gonna lose 3 trades in a row. 100%. then the probabilities go lower and lower. So by six losses in a row is 58%. It's pretty. Now we're getting to 50-50. 7 trades in a row is 35%, almost there. And let's go to the last one. 10% that I'm gonna have 9 losses in a row. And I know my stats keep. I know my stats for 12. 12 is 1.8%. That with if I keep a 50% win rate, I'm gonna have a 3.8% for 11 and then 1.8 for 12. 1% that I'm gonna lose like the account. That is almost impossible in a sense. It's almost impossible. I have to. It is 1% out of 100 that I'm gonna lose this account. You get what I'm saying? If I keep the 50%, if I keep my strategy, I don't do dumb shit. That is a pretty cool odds, right? And then what we can also do. So I can open your guys' mind. That's me risking 1%, right? Those percentages. What happened? That's 12 losses, right? 12 losses. If I lose the account, what happens if instead of risking 1% in the account, I go risk 0.50% in my funded account? Obviously, I'm gonna make less money, but are we trading for money or are we trading for consistency and discipline, right? And then do those things are the ones that give us the money, right? Not us trading. It's the consistency in trading. So it's pretty cool. So if I take my 1% and I break it down to 0.5%, then I have 24 losses. If at 12 losses, I'm at 1.8% that I lose the account. What's my percentage at 24 losses in a row? Negative 0.0000000, whatever it is. So if I risk 0.50% and I keep a 50% win rate with a 1 or 2, I'm gonna have this account forever. What happens if I have the account forever? There's probability of losses, right? Like this, but there's also probability of winnings. How many weights can I win in a row? And the same odds go there. That is awesome. You guys don't find that fucking so cool? So that's why I always recommend once you're funded. Obviously, you want to get rid of the passing phase 1 or phase 2. So you want to risk a little more, 1-2%. That's what I normally do. So I get those quicker. Once I go to the funded account, I want to start risking 0.50% to 1. I risk 1%, but but it is a cool thing to think about. If you're starting out and you don't feel that confident, risk 0.50%. You're gonna have double the losses, and the odds there are impossible if you stick to the thing that you're doing right now. The odds are in your favor, and then once you get into that winning streak, boom, 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 payout, boom, 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 payout, boom, 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 payout. You're gonna have those losses, but you know you're gonna come back because what are the probabilities that you're gonna lose the account? 0. And then once you get into that winning streak, you make everything back plus profit, payout. And that's what I realized in my training. That's what that it's like the stress that you're like, oh shit, I'm minus 4%, brother. That's 2 trades of 1 or 2. You're back at break even. Like it's not that complicated. And then you're back at break even. Next trade you win, you made profit. It's not the end of the world. Even if you're at 10 trades in loss, that's only 5 trades, 1 or 2. Let's say you get a little runner. You're back at break even so easy. So stop stressing about stuff, about trading. Stop stressing about those losing consecutive losses. Because trust me, if you stick to your plan and your 1 or 2s and you're at least a 50% win rate, bro, even 40% is not that bad. 40%, 30% is not that bad. Just have to have at that point you have to have higher RR, a 1 or 3, a 1 or 4. You have to. The lower you are, the higher the RR has to be, right? I know some people that have a 20% win rate, but their RR is like 1 to 15, something like that. So they lose a lot. They're literally constantly losing. They hit one trade, they make everything back in weeks they've lost. They make everything plus profit, and then they get to withdraw. I don't like that because I don't like losing every single day. I'm a fucking winner. I am a winner. I don't like losing every single day. That's why I don't like those type of strategies. But it works for some people. Some people like that consistent, like, I don't know, everything. It depends to everybody. But I just wanted to show you guys this probability chart. I don't know if some of you guys have seen it, and it's really changed my perspective in losses and everything. So Again, go to your statistics. These are mine and GoFund the Trader. You should have them in every single live account or funded account, and go check out your stats and your consecutive losses. Thank you guys for watching, and then I'll see you guys in episode 6.